to do this. Work has been really busy, so now that it's calming down a little bit, but it's gonna like go crazy again soon, I thought I'd make another one of these before that happens. Kind of an update. I started posting a couple cards again. It's been kind of a slower pace because I've been trying to make a couple more scenario videos. So like play testing some decks to see if there's an interesting scenario that comes up that's worth talking about. Another thing is, and I might make coffee while we talk because it is morning and I am ready to wake up. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So what's been, oh, the coffee stuff's over here. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of Commander the past couple weeks. That's one of the reasons why the videos have been going off again. Some posting on TCG has started again. I got some more cards and we're almost at 10,000 cards. So if you ever want to check out what exactly we're posting, and it's a mix, like there's like 4 binders worth of rares in there, but there's also a lot of loose commons and uncommons that we recycle every month from either draft or box openings and other videos. So if there's any like commons and uncommons that you either A, can't find around or just don't seem to have, then definitely check out our page to see if there's any that you want us to deliver to you, no problem. But yeah, no, so couple big things coming up. Like next week is Father's Day, so if you guys have dad, I'm sure like you either have something planned or something's going on. So, you know, happy advanced Father's Day. The other thing that's going to happen soon is MagicCon in Vegas. I am actually going to that with a couple buddies from all over the United States. I have a buddy from Colorado, like maybe a couple of my Texas buddies will also come, and then my buddy from California canceled, but that's okay. Apparently they're going to Disney, but totally fine. But anyway, yeah, so thought I'd do this because I didn't do it in a while. Just sort of a testing game to kind of explain where my mindset's at and what I was always taught while playing Magic. And if there are people who are watching during the live stream itself, they could always put in the comments, or even after if they decide to watch it and then skim through and put in the comments like what they think. Like, would they do the same thing? Would it be a little different? Like, what would they do? Because like I say in videos, everyone has their own experience in Magic. So there's the common experience, and then there's the not common experience. And like I say many times while my videos, a card like Mind Dilation is a perfect example, where it's a 7-drop enchantment back from Eldritch Moon and got reprinted a couple times in Commander decks, where it's 2 blue and 5, and it's an enchantment, and whenever an opponent casts their first spell each turn, they exile the top card of their deck, and if it's a non-land card, then basically they get to cast it for free. For example, cards like that, some people may have something where it's like, oh, they always take my best card when they have it, so I want to attack the Mind's Dilation player. Or maybe, oh, well, they always get my land, so it's not really that scary. And worst case scenario, they get like 1 or 2 cards before it goes bye-bye, so they're not really that scared. To kind of put that into play with this, so there's a couple higher power commanders, or I didn't really memorize what makes it an official tier 4 or 5 commander. I know it's not tier 5, but tier 4 at best. First, there's Omnath. People know how crazy Omnath could go because it's a landfall deck, right? And because it's a landfall deck and it does a lot of crazy things, that's definitely an eye catcher. And same with this one because it's 5-color, colorless Eldrazi. Eldrazi are always disgusting. I mean, yeah, nowadays there's things that can be considered way more disgusting if you're playing a high power control or CEDH, but or if this is a CEDH deck. To some people, but there's a clear difference on videos, but blah, blah, blah. So Eldrazi, obviously going to get some attention. That's my Russian roulette deck. Hasn't been doing super well in some of the videos recently, but generally the goal is, the theme is, it's not blue, I promise, because there's definitely going to be a lot of responses. Then there's Ramos. It's a 5-color colorless. The main theme, of course, is to ramp up your deck and win. Again, I actually, if I was sitting at this table thinking who's going to be the threat, I personally wouldn't have a clear answer. That's one of the reasons why I made a video recently saying, hey, who would you target in this situation? Some people might say Omnath, some people might say Ur-Dragon, because there is an Ur-Dragon in that deck. Mainly because I like how, even if it's not Dragon Tribal, it still has a, oh, when it attacks, draw a card, put a opponent into play, which I think is still pretty fun. And it's 5 colors, which goes really good with Ramos. But, yeah, so, like, I think in this case, I know the least threatening but still really annoying player is going to be the Vial Smasher. So he has Vial Smasher and that partner that says, beginning of your upkeep, return a creature from your hand, from your graveyard to your hand, and blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, and so just kind of do a play test and kind of say what I would be thinking or what. And if there are people in the comments or decide to comment at the end of the video what they would have done or something different, I thought that'd be like a fun little activity. But anyway, so here we go. So first we got this guy has a slower hand, but he's going to play a Temple and scry 1. That's pretty good, so he's going to leave it at the top. Then it's going to go to the Vial Smasher player's turn and then draw. He's going to play, ooh, same card. They both have the same Temple. That's kind of fun. Ooh, what is that? That's good. So he's going to say bottom. It was a good 3-drop, but he's missing a red source, so he's digging for the red source. And I'll have all the colors for his deck. This guy, he's just going to play a tapped Tri-land and pass. See, pretty slow and not too scary start. No one's like going Soul Ring, Signet, blah, blah, blah. So that's kind of good. So then we go here, and he's probably just going to play a Stomping Ground tapped and then pass. Pretty casual start. Everyone's starting with their tap lands and stuff. So then he's going to draw. He's just going to play a land and pass. Okay, still going casual. You know, people just playing lands and passing. Draw. This guy is actually going to play a Bounce Land and go to discard. And he's going to discard a Stinkweed Imp for later. He's probably not going to use the ability now, and I'll explain why in a second, but still a good card for his deck. So now this guy is going to play a land, take 1 because of his lands, and then play an Arcane Signet. So, okay, that's a little scary. What does this do? Reveal the card. Oh, I forgot I put that in there. So now, untap, draw. Because again, he just played an Arcane Signet, so at least most of the table will probably look at him and go, he's got some stuff going, that's a concern. So land and pass. This guy is going to, he was going to play one thing, but he drew one thing that might change his mind. I think he'll still do it. He's going to play a land. Then for 3, play Swelling Scourge. It's the other commander in here. So that, of course, might get some players to look at him because now he's playing his Eldrazi's. But at the same time, there's a mana ramping player right there. So he's not going to do the Dredge yet. What he is going to do, though, is play a Temple. Because, again, he's digging for a red source. He found one that could at least make red, so he's going to keep it there. So it's back to the, he top decked a World Tree. So that's also a concern. I have some buddies who do go off with World Tree. He's going to pay a life, and then he's going to play this and do the Hideaway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to put this under it, and then he's going to put the rest in the bottom. There was one really good card in there, so I'm sad. And it's not good to put under a Hideaway. It was a Mox, spoiler alert. But, so then, it goes to the Omnath player's turn. Oh, this is pretty good. So he's going to play a land, and then for 3, he's going to play Dryad of the Dead. And then he's going to play another land for turn, and they're now all land types, so that helps. So that might also create a little, he's got extra land drops now, and with an Omnath, that's pretty scary. So what this player is going to do is play a land, and then for 4, he's going to play it's that Menace to Void. When it deals damage, he basically takes the top card. Now, here's where it goes. So, in casual games, or low power level games, or starting player games, whatever you want to call it, I find that a lot of the times there's less attacking, but like one of the things I instantly learned when I started getting into higher power level Magic is if you can, and there's no reason not to, always go ahead and attack. And right now, he has a blocker. he's open and he's got some mana up. So it looks like the best thing to do is just say, okay, 2 your way, and he goes down to 36. Yeah, I could create a grudge, but at the same time, it's like they're not really doing anything yet, but they are ramping, so that'll change soon. So like that's where my mindset is. So draw, tap lands, so he has all the colors, and then for 3, he's going to play Athreos, the God of Passage, and then he's going to pass. Obviously, it doesn't do anything yet, but that, of course, is a, oh, that's a card. Draw. Ooh, nice. Top deck to another land, and then for 5, and this is where the 5-color player is going to get really scary, he's going to play a Timeless Lotus, which could basically tap for 1 of every color. So he has 10 mana, which is scary. So then, of course, going to pass. It'll go to, the next turn's going to be really sad but funny. Actually, hold up. Because with landfall, it's always good to play the landfall cards first. All my lands tap for every color, which is good. So he's going to play Omnath, ETB, draws a card. That's good. So he's going to play his first land for turn, which is a command tower. He's going to gain 4 life, go to 44. I'm just going to use this because I'm lazy. Then his second land for turn is going to be a Flooded Strands, which, again, because of this, it's all land types anyway. He's going to create 4 mana. He's going to... I'm not going to bother using the 4 damage yet because I kind of want to keep it for later. He's going for 6 play Sunbird's Invocation. Now, again, he has a 4/4 blocker, but this guy has a Gross Menace thing that can steal his stuff, so I think for now he's actually just going to pass. So he's going to untap and draw. Now, here's another thing that a lot of players don't really know, and I'll do that in just a second. So for 2, he's going to play a Talisman. Just get that ramp going. And he has a 3-drop instant, so he's going to hold off until he needs it. But there's one thing that a lot of beginning players wouldn't think about. So obviously he wants a blocker, but... So there's a couple options, right? Like on one hand, that guy has a lot of mana ready. This guy's just chilling. But what a lot of players don't think is the question of, and this is something my buddy taught me, will they actually block though? So let's say I go at the Omnath player. On one hand, yeah, like he has the highest life anyway. He's probably going to keep gaining that. So it probably doesn't feel the most valuable. But there's also the thing of, like, a lot of people find themselves asking the question of, can they block? And usually they tend to think, okay, can he block? Oh, he must block. There's a truth and a not accurate truth to that. Because it's like, yeah, they can block, but the real question, the follow-up question to that is, will they actually block, though? And what I mean by that, I'm going to move the camera here a little bit because I just realized I'm touching the power button. That would be awkward. The real question is, will they block? Reason why is because that's a question that a lot of people don't think about, because, like, let's say you have a 3/2 and someone has a gross 2/3 commander and you attack them, and in your head you're like, oh my god, they're going to block and I'm going to lose my creature. Well, part of the thing is, they're not going to block. Because it's like, they don't want to lose that creature. It's their commander, and let's say it's a commander that can kind of do crazy things. They're not going to block. So in this case, he does still want a blocker out just in case something crazy happens maybe. But he's just going to go 4 Menace and Omnath. And so really, in the Omnath player's mind, it's like, okay, it has Menace, so I can't just block. And second, I don't want to lose my commander. Because that's what's making me do all this gross stuff. And he's also like, whatever, I have 44 life, so I'll just take the 4. But then his ability happens, reveal till you hit a non-land. It's Tatyova. So he's going to, let me just make sure I remember the card right. Because of paying life, he loses mana cost. So he's going to pay 5 life and get a Tatyova. So he's down to 35. But now he has a landfall, let me draw cards. Which is good for an Omnath player not to have, right? So then he's going to pass, and then it's going to go over to the Russian Roulette player's turn. So untap and draw. I think what it's gonna be, this is gross. He could ruin someone's life, but I don't know. So he's gonna play a land. He has 5 mana up. I think for now what he's going to do is for 4 mana, he's going to play, actually, you know what? Maybe it is time to bring out the boy. Yeah, for 3, he's going to play Vile Smasher. And then he's going to pass the turn. So then it will go to Ramos's turn. He's going to do something funny. Oh my gosh. For 10 mana, ping himself for 1. He's going to cast Omniscience. That's awkward, right? So then he's going to, for 5, cast Kami of War. When it enters, he could exile whatever he wants, as long as it's not a land. And I think he's going to exile Omnath just to force him to tap all his mana to get it out again. Because again, there was a debate on, is it really good to aim for the commander? Because they'll have to pay all to recast it again. Yes, but I think it depends on the commander, really. So he casts that for free. Trigger, he gets a treasure token because he casted a multicolor spell. Then he's going to cast Dryad and Door to Nothingness. And then so I'm going to play a weird card called Gilded Passage, where target opponent chooses from among a creature card, a land card, and a non-creature card, and non-land card. I put him in my hand. This is a weird one that I wanted to try out, so I'm glad I'm doing it. So if I was someone, reveal a card, an opponent chooses a creature, a land, a non-creature, a non-land. That's weird. A non-creature, non-land card. Interesting. So I think I'm doing this right. So first, a random bad lands, like I'm just going to say a tapped one. I'm going to make them choose the Mox as the non. That's gross. No. Let's say that as the enchantment, because it's kind of useless now. Actually, instead of the Mox, just the 2 enchantments that he doesn't need. And then a creature. What's a bad creature to give him? I think I know. Maybe Birds of Paradise, because... Oh, you know what? I shouldn't give him the... I should try to keep it mono because of his thing. So we got a creature, a land, so I just need one more non-creature, non-land. Maybe like this Mox instead. Give it to him. This will go in graveyard. His deck shuffled. So hopefully this will make him as less scary as possible. So now he's looking. He's like, yeah, you all know what it is. I'll just play them all and then pass. So he wasn't able to combo off by playing a bunch of his stuff for free, but he definitely has a board state now. So like, some people are like, he doesn't have a hand though. No draw. Dingy thingy. So yeah, he's gonna, for 6, recast Omnath. ETB, draw a card. He's going to play a bounce land twice. The reason why is, for those of you who don't know, a bounce land, even though most people treat it differently, it technically says return a land to your hand. So he's going to return the bounce land to his own hand. Trigger, gain 4 life, go to 44. Then second, he's going to do it again and get 4 mana. With the 4 mana, he's going to use 3 of it to play Azusa, so now he played 2 more lands. So he's going to play it 2 more times, and now everyone will take 4 damage. So he goes to 31. The Russian roulette player goes to 36, and then he goes to 31. No one's really open, so he's going to pass. So it will move on to the Eldrazi player's turn. And, he doesn't have enough. That's actually kind of sad. So combat, he's going to go 4 menace at this player, because again, he doesn't think he'll use up his stuff, but he's actually incorrect in this case, because this player sometimes might have thought that, but he doesn't need these anymore. So he's just going to double block so he doesn't get his stuff. Then for 5, he's going to play Territory Caller. It's a 5-drop with another land. He does need to take a life because it requires a green, so he's down to 30, and then he's going to pass. On the end step, what this player is going to do is Path to Exile, targeting Omnath again. Because again, like this stuff, yeah, but Omnath is Omnath, and he has the synergy going. So this will go back into the command zone. He's going to gain 4 life. Wait, this is the basic land one, right? Ha, that's funny. So yeah, so he's going to get a basic lands. He already has a forest. He already has a mountain, so maybe a plains. Or actually, yeah, I'll just say plains for now. Doesn't matter that much. Better choice would have probably been an island, but he could also always fetch an island if he needs to. So, Omnath dead again. Russian Roulette player's turn. Russian Roulette, Vial Smasher, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You take 1 down to 30. And then we'll move on to his turn. Untap, draw, not bad. He's going to play a lands, and he has 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so he needs 1 more mana for something he really wants to do. He's going to, for 1, play Sol Ring. And then for, I think so he's not the target for now. He's going to for 4. Oh, sorry. So before Sol Ring, because Vial Smasher's ability, it's better to actually do this. So what he's going to do for, probably pay it like this, for 4, is he's going to play Valgaroth from the Precon. So Vial Smasher's ability, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6, so that player is going to take 4, go down to 26. This comes in. This is not a creature yet. And then, whenever an opponent loses life for the first time during each of their turns, okay, so then for 1, Sol Ring, and then he's going to pass. So let's see. Well, someone's probably going to lose here because let's see. Draw. So this is normally where I make another scenario question. Who would you finish off? Because he's going to go 1 of each color. And let's see. Oh, chapter 2. So return something to its owner's hand. He's going to return, let's say, the Tatyova for the hand, and there's a reason why. So return Tatyova to the hand, 1 of each color. Then we got, there's no legendary, so I can't really use that. So then we got a white, a blue, a black, and a green. White, blue, black. Oh, I'm missing red, so we'll say that's red and a green. He's going to sacrifice this to finish off the Omnath player so he can't play the game. There's not a lot of God cards in this deck, so the sacrifice ability doesn't do anything. So now Omnath is out because he used a target player loses the game card. So Omnath is out. So that just leaves the Russian Roulette player and the Eldrazi, at least in his perspective. So then, because the Eldrazi player is mana screwed, but the Omnath player is the only one doing stuff. So he finished off the Omnath player, he's done. So that leaves these 2 players. So now he's just going to cast this for free because of Omniscience, because that's what he top decked. And then he's going to pass. So some of these players are like, whew, good thing that wasn't me. But I mean, it also might turn bad because I just drew a classic. Yeah, so combat, he's going to keep this up because of his reach. He's going to go 4 menace there. Of course, can't block it, so he's going to take it, go down to 26. And with that ability, reveal till it's a non-land card. So let's see, that's a land. He's going to pay 6 life to take his Kraken, which does stuff. I'll activate each other creature. Oh, it doesn't just have to be your own, so he could copy Omnath ability as soon as he plays it. So he's down to 20. And then he's going to sadly pass the turn because he's 1 mana short from doing what he wants to do. So this is where it's going to get gross. So untap, draw. Yes, this is exactly what he needed. So he's going to play lands. And let's see, he's got 1, 2, 3 white. Oh, he's missing a red. He needs 1 more red to do it. You probably could guess what I'm talking about from what I said. But what he's going to do now, it's too early to play this card, but he's going to instead for 2, 3, 4, cast a Tree of Perdition. Trigger, odd, even. Even, you take 4, go down to 22. Because this player hasn't really been touched that much yet, because people weren't scared of him. And then go to... He's probably scared as soon as he hits. The Eldrazi player is going to do something. He's 1 mana short from playing his other commander, so I think he's just going to pass. So then untap, draw, proceed to chapter 3. So this transforms into a dragon. And then he is going to go ahead and cast this for free, Jetmir, get a treasure, and then use 5 mana to basically play Zendikar Resurgent. So now, for now on, anytime he casts something, I don't know why these dice are way over there, don't mind me, he's going to get a treasure. So this will go to 2. And he does have 3, so they gain Vigilance and other stuff, but unfortunately none of these can attack yet. So he's going to pass the turn. So then, let's see if the Eldrazi player can do something. The answer's no. He's mana screwed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sap. Yeah, he's just going to have to awkwardly pass. Let's see if this player could get it now. So, untap, draw. Yes, he got it. So, land that enters tapped. And then for 7, he's going to play Ruinous Ultimatum. Trigger, someone's going to take 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, he could also choose on if he wants to do this now, but I think he's going to wait until he sees which one. 1, 2, odds, evens. Odds, evens, so you take 7, go down to 13. Destroy all, and of course they have no response, which is sad, but yeah, so all of these go away. So now they're kind of trapped. So those are all trapped. And all of these died too. And he also lost a Mana Rock, which is, I think if depending on the player, because his hand's not so good, this actually happened to my buddy in the live game last night, he probably would scoop, to be honest. So then, but let's say they don't scoop just for fun. He's going to turn this player's life total to 13 because he's already at 13. So they're both at 13 now. This is like at 22. I'll just try to remember that. And then go to combat. I think realistically he's going to want to go both at this because he's almost dead and that guy's mana screwed anyway. So then he's going to go to his turn, untap, draw. Oh, that's gone. He's a mana short from Ramos, and he also doesn't have all the colors for this. So unfortunately he's going to have to pass. Then draw here. He found a creature, so let's see if that helps, but not really. So then untap. He could also really mess this guy up in another funny way, but this is actually funnier. He's going to play a Shieldred. So 2, 4, 6, 7, the budget Shieldred. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is a creature now. So he's going to finish Ramos off and go 4 in the air his way. Ramos is down. So then, time to top deck. It's a land, but he blew up that, so he loses. So yeah, so like, it's one of those, expect the unexpected. Because they were going crazy, but he was just patient, and he ended up winning, which could sometimes help. But in fairness, that also knows that these player knows he's not to mess with in the future. But yeah, that's sort of a little overview.